What's up, original intent? How you doing, my friend? I guess that's a little bit better. So, have you spoke with Travis? I had Dixie up here. It's a great thing about my camera. I can see behind me now. I know where my cats are. They're always doing nefarious things behind my back, like this one right here. Taking up half my chair. So what kind of business are you in, Original Intent? It's firearms sales or something? I know you have some sort of a company. Judy Barber, how's it going? Overdrive, right on, Original. How's it going, Judy? First time here, obviously. Yeah, basically just chatting about Vegas. I was able to get an interview, a crappy one I did. Oh, it's not your first time here. Sweet. First time talking to me? I don't recall your name. Neither hither nor thither. Could be I'm just an idiot and forgot your name when I saw it in chat. It's no big deal. I did a video with Ian from ARK Investment, little 8-minute, 9-minute, 10-minute interview with him. And I watched it after I posted it. And man, I was like a little kid in a candy store. I was so excited. I was interrupting him and talking over him, and kind of a crappy interview. But hey, learning curve. Yeah, I probably did forget it. And I blame my pleasure of smoking for that. Because it's supposed to help you forget. What's up, Mickey? Oh, yeah, speaking of which, outside, and I didn't videotape this. I held a 3-kilo platinum coin. There's supposedly only 3 of them, and the guy said it was worth 1.2 million. I was like, man, try it more like 120,000. But he said they were worth 1.2 million because there's only 3 of them made. But it was 100 ounce platinum coin. It was a 5-pound silver coin. When I first came up there, I was, being my usual jokester self. I thought it was plastic. I was like, and I went to go pick it up. I was like, holy shit, this is real. Yeah, 3 kilos, man. That's something good. It was like probably an inch thick and about that big around. And it was American Eagle. That's kind of cool. Hey, Tully. What's up? You tired of me messing with you on your live streams? You finally come to get me back? But yeah, I didn't get an interview with Ninja, but Ninja did interview me. So I don't know if he's going to put it on his show or not. But yeah, I can show you the coins. I should have had this prepared. Let's see here. Ian from ARK Silver. Now this is funny. I interview Ian from ARK Silver, and he gives me a coin for interviewing him. It's I think a 1/4 ounce Noah's Ark. I interviewed him, and he gives me a coin. And then Ninja gave me this American Eagle with his little cardboard face on it. And he gave me one of these. It's that one with the 1 BTC in it, and it's 1/2 ounce of silver. I actually spoke. I was invited to, and this is the coin that we got for attending. Everyone who attended got this. I know it's backwards, but. And I believe if you go to, what's their name? Stock Pulse YouTube channel. They'll have the full video of the whole thing. Actually, all the videos I took, I found out I wasn't supposed to take any videos at all, but no one stopped me, so fuck them. Yeah, very nice coins, very nice coins. And I spoke with, anyhow, we went to a cigar bar, and the guy who invented this, who came up with this coin, I was talking with him, and hopefully they're going to come up with an actual wallet, crypto wallet inside a silver coin, probably more like a 2-ounce size instead of this like 1-ounce size that they have here, and have it secure and all this other stuff. But I spoke with him about that. He thought it was a good idea. And it's kind of cool because I had Travis on my left side, and I had Jack from Nobody's Special Finance on my right side, and Hershey's Financial was right across the table from us. We were there from like 9:30 till 1 in the morning. It's kind of cool. Yeah, it was very, very cool. And the only part I didn't like about it, though, was on the Caesar's Palace property, because I got there a day early, and there was no one there because the other YouTube channel people canceled out who wanted to meet early on Thursday. And no, actually, totally wasn't a good time. I mean, it was a good time at the Silver Symposium, but Vegas sucked big time because, I got some police training from when I was younger, investigator training, stuff like that. And within a half hour of me being outside in a shaded area on Caesar's Palace property, just smoking a cigarette, I identified 2 coke dealers, 2 pimps, 2 undercover cops, and some other nefarious things going on the property. And I was like, and when I left Vegas, I left early because it was like really too sinful for me. I don't drink, I don't gamble, I smoke weed and cigarettes. It's about all, and work, But on the way out, I guess, because this guy sat next to me, and apparently he was some underworld guy or something in the area. And one of the 2 undercover cops, I don't know if I mentioned that. One of the undercover cops was keeping an eye on both of us. And when I went to the airport to leave, this computer that I'm on right now, they took it out, and they took some special tool that has a swab on the end, and they swabbed my whole computer down, and they went through my luggage and shit. And the girl held my computer out like this to open it, like some sort of a powder or some shit was going to be there. And they swabbed the whole inside of my computer. And then I had to wait 15 minutes for them to test that swab. And I was like, what the hell is going on here? I guess they thought there was like cocaine in it or something. It was kind of, so that part of the Vegas shit sucked ass, quite frankly. And there was also people there with luggage sleeping on the street. You could obviously tell they blew all their money and couldn't even afford to go home, so they had to sleep on the streets. It's like, yeah, man, I'm just not into that kind of fun. But the Silver Symposium was badass, hanging with all the YouTubers. Tully, do yourself a favor. Don't go, in my opinion. You're not missing anything. But, the Silver Symposium itself was, yeah, I'm sure Detroit would be enough. It'd be enough for me too, I imagine. The Silver Symposium was great. All the guys there, they had the guy who wrote the book, Creature from Jekyll Island. He was there. Shadow, what's up? So he spoke for about 45 minutes or so. Again, I didn't do too much footage because, Griffin, he was there. But no one was supposed to be filming except for that company that I told you about earlier in the stream, who's going to have the whole thing on their YouTube channel. But I took a little 2-minute. Dude, it's natural. I'm a natural. I just, when I walk into any building, unless someone pulls a gun out on me, I'm going to act like I'm in charge, and that's what I did. And I was wondering why no one else was doing any video. So all the video that I got on my channel of Silver Symposium, I'm not supposed to have, so it's exclusive. That's for damn sure. I ought to put that on there, exclusive. And I met Pat, the guy who set the whole thing up, and he was very ingratiating to me, oddly enough. Maybe that's why they let me film. Hey, what's up, Finn? Yeah, for real, man. It was a actually, Mickey. It would have been cheap if they didn't have a professional boxing fight going on Friday night or Saturday night, and the was it the Formula 500? I think is running through downtown San Francisco, like in the next day or two, because they had a lot of construction, a lot of roads were shut off, and they had these big, like 30-foot tall aluminum scaffolding type things to hold up lights going down about a mile of downtown. You couldn't walk from on the road. You had to stay on the sidewalk and get down to a corner to go through an overpass walking. You couldn't cross the street. In other words, they had lots of stuff blocked off. It was very hectic at this past weekend, as far as what I'm concerned. Not downing anyone who put the show on or anything like that. But it was like there's two major events happening either this weekend or this week coming up, but one of them was a boxing match, and it was totally packed with people wanting to go to that. Yes, Julie. Again, it was hectic because they shut roads off for this Formula 500 race car thing where they're going to run through downtown Las Vegas, and lots of roads were cut off. So cabs were like having to take long detours, and it was hectic. I didn't leave Caesar's Palace property. Yeah, I heard Tully was looking into getting some platinum. Is that true, Tully? Maybe do a platinum show. Hey, what's up, Estua? Estua. You did actually. You picked some platinum up. Sweet. I actually picked some up, but I had to put it down. I wish I could have kept it. Shit, fucking 100 ounces. William, what's up, my man? Yeah, we're just talking about the Vegas experience. I don't have nothing new to report on the platinum scene. Of course, it's a small scene, so there's not that much news. Not much has changed. The 10th ounces I like, but I'm poor. But the 10th ounces are very. Hey, what's up, Pete? I like the 10th ounce platinums. You can pick them up for about 130, 140 bucks. Probably a little cheaper now. I haven't got one in a while. It's the rules. I'm a rule breaker, William PMCD. I'm a rule breaker. Always have been. But it's all good. Not that bad. I mean, like I said, the symposium itself was awesome. It was in a real secluded actually area. There was no other conventions going on in the area of the Caesar's Palace. It was like no one else there, so it's just all the silver people. And pretty much original intent. We don't need no stinking rules. This is like a frat house with girls. Ladies, it's like a sorority with boys. Just to be fair. No, William. I do not have any news. I believe Ron will be probably one of the first. I actually just got off the phone with Ron. He's helping me do better at what I'm doing right now. Telling me what programs to download on my phone and work on, to where I can present a better show, I guess. He's helping me figure that out. I kind of want to. Yeah. All the guys at the Silver Symposium are very busy guys, so there wasn't no time. The time I spent with Jack and Hershey and Travis, it was bro talk, business bro talk. They actually did include me in on some stuff, which is cool. Yeah, Ron Original. He is a cool dude. He actually called, like I said, he called me. He does have a family and 2 11-year-olds, so he really doesn't have a lot of time outside of his family. So it's cool that he did call me and give me some tips. Actually, where the hell are those tips? Ah, here they are. Yeah, see, I wrote them down. I should have done it on a big cardboard box like Travis. He had 2 websites to check out. And then he said do YouTube, a search on YouTube for tutorials on after I download those on how to work it. And he said it's pretty simple. So I'll give it a try. Right on, brother. Astua. So, you guys hear about any news that you'd like to discuss? Oh, well, I do have some news. While I was talking with the apparent big drug dealer in Las Vegas that got me stopped by the cops as I was leaving, he gave me a tip on the slot machines, and I tried it, and it actually works. You gotta have some cash though. Basically, the law in Nevada, they changed it. I'll check that one out. I actually heard the same thing a couple days ago, but I didn't think nothing of it because I never really thought they were not in anarchy down there ever since fucking Hillary's hurricane relief fund. But anyhow, back to the slot machines. Hey, what's up, Christopher? If you do max bet, basically the law is you have if you max bet on the slot machines, is what this guy was telling me. They have to give you your money back, but you have to be able to feed the money in until you get the winner, and you get at least your money back, if not a little bit more. And I was lucky enough. I had several 20s, and I stuck them in there. And on the third one, I got $20 more than what I stuck in. And I was like, cool, it works. I'm not spending any more money trying because I don't want to lose it. And I ended up losing $227 because I had made a reservation at this other hotel, and they wouldn't let me cancel. And they kept the money. So, yeah, no, that kind of sucked. And $100 came out missing at the airport, but that's another story. Of course, original intent. One thing I said a long time ago, one thing I can guarantee you about whatever this crisis is the government's ability to kick the can down the road is at about 100% accuracy. They can always they find a way, and they probably want to kick the can down the road to the next presidential election. To be honest with you, that's probably what they're trying to do. Actually, that is what they're doing. We all are intelligent enough to know that. Yes, at the symposium, Christopher, I was treated. I was after the show, I was treated like a partner, not even a VIP, but better than a VIP. It was awesome. And it was Travis and Pat, the guy who set the whole thing up. They were like awesome, and it was like hanging out with old time friends, and Jack too from Nobody Special Finance, and Hershey's Financial. It was like 9 group of guys just freaking chit chatting and smoking cigars and eating, drinking. I didn't drink. I had water. I don't drink, but I did get a cigar, and I paid for it myself, even though Patrick picked up the tab for everything else. I don't like, I gotta get used to people buying shit for me. I have a problem with not paying my own way. But so I had just a $26 cigar and a whole bunch of waters, and learned a lot from Travis just in his general conversation. If you have enough intellect, when he's talking, you can actually pick up some good real estate tips. I learned in 5 minutes from him running his mouth right beside me on what I need to do with my VA loan, and probably get several houses after when this crash happens, if it happens soon enough. But yeah, he's a very, very intelligent man on real estate. He's a wealth of knowledge, just as is Jack with stock stuff. And let me tell you what, for as young as Hershey's Financial is, that boy's got some knowledge. I was very, very impressed with Hershey Financial. I was an I am subscribed to his channel, but I don't really watch him that much. After meeting him in person and talking to him for a couple hours, yeah, I'm gonna watch him more. That guy he's on top of it. He's his point of view, I think, is a more proper point of view. It's not that he's more knowledgeable; it's the way he looks at things. It's more proper. Anytime you look at things from the right perspective, you get better results, basically. And I think he's got a very, very, very good perspective on things from a base level on. Shadow, what you talking about? There was actually several. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I know, 6 that I know of. And actually, again, me being the boss man that I am, one of those companies was oddly enough, a watch company. Not really a watch company, but like, you know how you buy wraps for your car to change its color and stuff? They were doing wraps on watches and jewelry and stuff like that. And they had paid for this banner setup thing and it wasn't right. And they were like freaking out. So, I've been in construction for decades. So I said, hey, check this out. If you don't mind, I can handle this for you. Just, follow my lead and help me out because it's more than a one-man job. Because it was like an 8x10 stand and the shit wasn't right. So we had to jerry rig it. So I got up there, did my thing, and they were like, holy shit. But they were selling like something to do with watches. And I didn't talk to too many of the other guys because I was trying to get in and talk with Ian. But now check this out. If you get a chance to go to any of these silver symposiums, if you're a dealer or you sell precious metals, try and get in because Ian sold quite a bit in a 4-hour period. I was highly impressed with how much he sold. He sold quite a bit, actually, quite a bit. No, to my recollection, right off the top of my head, William, there was no talk of a virtual. I take it a virtual reality kind of symposium. You're talking an online thing, and no, I don't believe there. Not what around me that I can recall right now. There was no talk of that. There was just there was a. Okay, now that you brought it, I recalled right now. Yeah, there was 2 crypto booths. I didn't go to them, but yeah, there was two crypto booths. Although the guy who made that coin that I showed you earlier, actually, for you new people that just got in. And Travis Ninja showed you guys this coin if you were on his show. This coin here actually has 1 Satoshi right inside there, and it's silver. It's like a ½ ounce of silver. The guy who created this was there, and he was actually doing it. I actually feel kind of bad because I saw him there at that booth, and I just totally ignored him because I'm not into crypto that much. And then Ninja gave me this coin, and then that guy sat just to the right of Jack, and I got a chance to talk to him. And he was a real good guy. I wish I hadn't had to ignore the crypto part of the show. Next time I won't, because he has some good ideas how to kind of combine the crypto and the precious metals people, not to like one each another, but the same goal of defeating the CDBC system. And if we get more people on defeating that, it doesn't matter what their beliefs for what money should be is, as long as their end game is get rid of the Fed. And the crypto people are part of that. So he's the guy who created this is more into just grouping the PM people and the crypto people together for a common cause of ending the Fed and making sure we don't have a CDBC. And I mean, that's basically, if you're in an economic war, that the enemy of my enemy is my friend until he's not. I mean, right now, the crypto people have a lot of influence, sway, and money, but just not enough to make enough change. And same with the precious metal people. So if they come together, maybe we can guarantee we won't get a CDBC. Now, I can't guarantee what will come after that. We'll probably go back to arguing again because we want our own individual things as money. But if we work together at defeating a CDBC, I think that's a daggone good option to date or road to date. I could go with that, William. Celtic, thank you for being here. Oddly enough, I ordered today a special 3 foot by 2 foot by 3 foot diameter special cage, but I wasn't prepared, as the video said, for the kittens to be born in my front porch area, and I set up a makeshift barricade to keep them in, and Mama took them overnight while I was asleep. Not that I'm not going to get them back. I am definitely going to have an opportunity to get them back, because the black cat, if you watch any of my videos, the little black one, that is the same, not litter, but the same mother gave birth to that one, and I caught his 4 siblings. He was the only one she is the only one I haven't caught, and I'm fixing to catch her. So I know I'll re-get the kittens, but their mother's very smart. I haven't been able to capture her. She's the only one that's not spayed or neutered, whatever it is you do, females, and she's still giving birth to little babies. So, but she's very, very smart. So I should have just put up more of a barricade to keep the kittens in there, so that way I could have brought them inside and had them humanized and adopted them out. But like I said, I will get a chance to do that. I mean, I have the best feeding station on this block. Not that I've discovered, William. The one male Tom, who was the biggest tomcat, and he is a big cat even after being clipped. He still thinks he's shooting blanks, but he still thinks he can. So he still keeps other cats away. So it's still a Simba type environment where the dominant cat in the neighborhood still controls the whole harem, in which case that statement wouldn't be accurate. Oh yeah, Celtic, I know they will. Because there was a little bit of the baby kitty poop, and the wet food was gone, and Mom brought him over here weaning them. So, and like I said, I'm the only one who puts out wet food, and that's how I'm going to catch her other kids. So I'll definitely be getting them. And, it was actually a good thing, because like I said, I don't have the little quarantine device to keep them in till they're big enough to, 2 pounds to get clipped, and then a couple weeks later to get put up for adoption. I don't have a containment device yet. I'll have it. I ordered it. I'll have it Monday. And then I'll just, wait. It'll happen. But yeah, back to this coin here. The guy who created this, I was talking to him and told him to make one exactly like this, but make it a wallet. Hey, what's up, Jake? That you could add crypto to and use it as a wallet, but still have it with surrounded by silver, and still have it secured, hard wallet off the computer type thing. I told him to make one of those, and he was very interested in that idea. I don't see why. Actually, I'm pretty sure he thought of it himself. He was just acting interested. Yeah, pretty much, Christopher. That's right. Pretty much, William. You go back to the old saying of the young bull and the old bull on top of the hill, looking down on the pasture on all the cows, and the young bull says, "Hey, let's run down there and tag one." And the old bull says, "Why run when we can walk and tag them all?" Because if you run down, you scare them away. Obviously, that's the moral of the story. Anyhow, sorry for offending any of the ladies, but that's it's a wisdom type story. It goes through several generations of male to male, father to son. And because I'm not a female, my mom didn't pass down any girl things to me. Thank God, because I am a male, and I would not have wanted to hear them. It's just a male thing. No offense to the females at all. At all. That's not an intent of mine at any point in time. So let's see what else happened. Oh yeah, I doubt he's going to put it on his show. But remember me, guys. I was telling you guys that I wanted to catch him, out of the blue and try to make him basically busting that laughing. Hey, what's up, John? He actually did that to me because at the end of the first night of the Silver Symposium, I think it was Friday night, tons of people want selfies with Travis and all those guys. So I had only been able to, because he came in late. I had like 3 seconds to shake his hand before they hauled him inside. And I was like, towards the end of the show, I was like, hell, I ain't going to get a chance to see him because, there's like 30, 40 people around him. So I was like, I'll just take off. And I was walking down this hallway. It's about 50 foot wide by about 30, 40 foot tall. Pretty long, maybe like 100 or so yards. Walking down, and I hear, Neil. I was like, what the fuck? Who the hell's hollering? First off, who knows my name? And who the hell's yelling at me from, 50 yards away? And I turn around and I see AJ with his little camera and microphone with a light on it, talking to his dad, Travis. And they're walking my way, and he's like, Neil, hold on. And then he starts kind of running, and AJ's behind him. And he did a little video, and that's when he handed me the 2 coins, this coin and his little ninja coin. So I don't know if he's going to put it on his show or not, but that did happen. I'm more interesting than football, Gerald. Hey, we got all the regulars here now. Probably a lot of them disappeared. No, we still got a whole bunch of people here. That's cool. So anyhow, what football teams are playing right now? Monday. Is it Monday? No, it's not. It's Sunday. I haven't watched football since Michael Vick. I quit watching football right at that point in time because I do not support any kind of, I don't support paying people to hurt animals. What is the NVDA office, William? I could Google it real quick, but I could also ask. So I'm asking. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not up on too much of that. I'm trying to keep an eye on these little boogers. I got 2 of them here now, Gandalf and Dixie. And they're both looking out the window, so something's going on. But they're not meowing, so it's not that bad. What exactly is NVIDIA? NVIDIA. I've heard it, but I don't actually know what they are. Yeah, I guess I should Google. But like I said, I'm feeling lazy right now. So I'm not going to. Actually, I want some more tea. All right, now I'm going to have to fucking Google it. You see that son of a bitch? She's going to cause some problems here. He's wants trouble. He's going to jump up there. Is Mike Herrera in here? I didn't see him enter the room. He must have snuck in the back door. I thought I locked that son of a bitch. See, I told you. Look at that. Oh, my CV went out. Look at that. Exactly what I said was going to happen. It's okay, baby girl. I had time to set up a camera. I could have got a little short out of that one. Yeah, Celtic. And she is not synonymous. In a few videos, you'll see her just laying there and swatting at some of the other cats. See, now he's crying in there. That's Gandalf if you hear him. Oh, did I leave the front door open? I'm going to have to fire my front door, man. He should announce. Actually, that would be Gandalf, the cat running his mouth right now. He's very upset that she knocked him off the dresser, which I find to be hilarious. All right, guys. I see 13 here and only 9 thumbs up. That means 4 of you are slackers. I know I can't hit the thumbs up, so it's not me. Get away from me. Yeah, I hear you, John. This is my spot. She'd be one of those cats. If I set up like a bottle and a video camera, she'd always just, boop, boop, set the bottle up again. Boop. Oh shit, my computer's fucking up. It keeps popping. Might lose you guys here. This thing keeps popping. Thank you very much. See, there we go. Thank you guys. Finn, you didn't have to admit it. Thank you guys. Independent Mini United, what's up? Okay, cool. Glad you hit the thumbs up. Listening and lurking, cool. Yeah, see, this is why you need to come to my live streams. All the cool kids are in my class, Independent Mini United. This is like the cool kids club. Everyone, all the cool people come here. And Jake every now and then makes pizza. I just have to throw that out there, Jake. Well, literally, it's true. All the cool people come here. Every name I'm seeing on this chat, in other chats, is a cool person in that chat. Story time with Mr. Niels. Almost better than talking a ninja talking to you. By the way, Independent Mini United. Look what I got. That's a security code right there. It's that BTC silver coin. 1/2 ounce of silver and 1 Satoshi. No, Independent Mini United. You're here right after I said this is the cool kids room. So obviously you're one of the cool kids. Now, if you weren't here, oh, you're not a cool kid because you're not here. So, it's kind of self-explanatory. If you're here. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Gerald Draper. And that's why I spoke with the guy who created this, because they were able to do the 1 Satoshi thing. I was speaking with him at the cigar bar, and I mentioned the idea to him to make a hard wallet, a secure hard wallet, in the same way, even if you had to make it the size of a 2 ounce to get more of the electronic shit in there. Excuse me. I got to watch my language when I do this type of stuff. And he said it was a good idea. I told him, I said, well, if you do it, I just want one for free. He said, okay. So if he does it, I'll get one. I'll get that too. I don't think it's a hazard. I don't know. I hope I shouldn't get a strike for it. That's all I'm concerned about. Yeah, it probably will go down. What is it they say? How did you lose everything slowly at first, then all of a sudden? What's the name on the coin? What side are you looking at? It's going to be backwards to you. Sorry. See, 1K bits. So there's no name on that side. Well, digital. What is this? Decentralized digital money. Bitcoin. Peer-to-peer. It doesn't have a name. And then on the outside, it has 1K bits, 1K bits, 1K bits. So it doesn't have a name on it. I don't know what the name of the coin is. I have no freaking clue. There's only 1,000 of them made. I don't think it's like a crypto exchange type coin. It was just something this guy thought of to try and merge together the crypto world with the silver world, and he's trying to like be the median and try and come up with stuff that'll bring both of them together. And he came up with this, as far as I understood what he was saying. I'm near San Francisco, actually. William, what do you want to know? I haven't been there in a while. It's a nasty place. Of course I will. Independent Mini United. You don't have to worry about that. I support you guys like you support me. See, I actually had a business conversation. I was trying to explain my vision of what marketing looks like and how to attract people to your perspective when you're trying to sell something. And I had a conversation with him and his business partner about his idea of this. And he was very receptive to my thoughts, which was kind of cool. But then again, if you're sitting in the, if you're sitting at the round table with all the big boys, everyone's going to listen to you, I guess. And that was cool as crap, man. It really was. Having a cigar, Travis, Jack, and Hershey's Financial, and this Bitcoin guy who invented this at the table, and Patrick, the guy who threw on the Silver Symposium, and his brother were there. I didn't know the two guys or meet the two guys at the other end of the table. I actually don't know who they were at all, actually. Yeah, as far as San Francisco goes, I haven't even heard about the Millennial Tower. It was leaning, and they supposedly came up with a fix, and I haven't heard anything about that. That's a 50-story that was built back in the 80s or 90s, and it's right beside, or across the street from that 71-story they built downtown. But yeah, most of their buildings are vacant. They don't have any rentals in them. It's just like a ghost town filled with drug dealers and homeless people. Uh, yeah, I think San Francisco is going to collapse financially because they don't have the income that they had from the big businesses. So, and they don't have the income from the cruise ships, and they don't have the income from the imports. And yeah, no, San Francisco is, if they're not financially screaming in pain, they will be soon. That's interesting, Shadow. Expand on that, please. Original intent. He said, "Did you ever look into the Great Taking?" Actually, you're the first one I've heard about saying it, and I saw Ralphie's 35-minute live stream this afternoon. Yeah, Jake just likes building outdoor pizza ovens and making pizzas and selling them during apocalyptic times. I'm sorry, Jake. You know I'm always fuck with you on that. It was William. I remember, and I did not like the guy, but when Mayor Brown was in charge, the building craze going back then, and the security on the streets and the cleanliness and everything was just off the freaking hook comparatively what it is now. Christopher, you're talking about Ian from Arc Silver. And let me tell you what, he is very inexpensive. I think the kilos were like $4. While I was standing there, he sold several of those and 20-ounce tube, but I don't know what type he sold, and I didn't hear the price on that. But I think it was like $727 for a kilo. He was selling lots of them. Hey, it's Constitutional here. What's up, Constitutional brother? Good to see you. I told you, you come in here, you're with the cool kids. Now Constitutional's here. I like to eat pizza too, Jake. That sounds interesting, Gerald. Well, see, I think what they're trying, William, in San Francisco, they're talking about this reparations thing, and what they're throwing out there is each person for this reparation thing. To the best of my understanding, I haven't read any writing on it, but from what the people who are for it, the reparations thing, have been talking to me about, they're supposedly going to be getting, if it passes, they're going to get $5 million, and it won't raise taxes because it'll be like a universal basic income, $5 million on a digital kind of CDBC. But they're going to sell it, that CDBC, in a form of reparations so that they'll get the vote from the minority to pass into law, basically. But what the minority doesn't understand is they're selling themselves into slavery, because as soon as they voted into law, they'll be told what they can and can't buy, and they're going to be thinking, "Oh, I got $5 million. I'm gonna go buy a boat, go on vacation, go buy some, whatever," and they ain't gonna be allowed to. They're using that as a bait and switch, basically, in my opinion. And I'm very terrified that it'll work, because there's a lot of stupid people out there. I'm just telling you what what I'm seeing in San Francisco. That's why I haven't been there. It's again, William, that's why I when you mention something about it, I'm telling you about it, and I'm telling you exactly what I believe it is, and I'm pretty sure I'm right. Matter of fact, I know I am. I just don't want to say I'm positive, but I'm 99.9% sure I'm exactly right. And that's why I try and wake these fools up and let them know, hey, do you want to be the generation known as putting yourself back in chains? And I always get ridiculed for putting it that way, but that's what's going to happen. Financial slavery is the best kind. Yep, I see it. I see it. I see it. It's original intent. I see it. It's like, it's a shame. It's a damn shame. But that's why I say we need to run America like a business. If we run it like a business, we could just up and fire people. The CEO is not doing his job, fire him, replace him the next day. You don't have to wait 2-3 years and go through hell and all this other stuff like we have to do now. I'm not saying anything's going wrong right now. I mean, I'm not implying that at all. Everything's rosy. There's no recession. Yeah, pretty much. I haven't been keeping up, William, with the Philly stuff. That was one of my dogs. Mr. Chumley, uh, I'm privileged. Thank you for being here. First off, your question is how many CBC will I trade my labor for? I can early retire out of my union. So if they're not going to pay me in a form that I don't want to get paid, I early retire. I don't have to worry about insurance because, again, I'm privileged. I've served my country, served in the time of war. So I have VA that covers the law that you have to have insurance. So I personally am more covered than the average bear out there, and they really can't force anything on me. So what is it? Okay, how many CVC per hour would you work for? Uh, in my particular case, I would take. I'd work for 50,000 CDBC dollars per hour, but I wouldn't work more than like 2 hours, and then don't call me back. And then I'd buy whatever food or shit you could buy with the shit, and then go back to my retirement. Hey, read between the lines. To them, not any of you. When's the last time you heard that? Hey, read between the lines. Yeah, definitely a hypothetical question because you can't. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I was thinking of saying that number too. But yeah, it's definitely. And the first video I ever did, like back I think in June last year, we talked about CDBC, and I still hold to that. It's not going to make it. Every country they've tried it in, it's failed. You know, I like doing my own cooking. Actually, I got tomorrow. I just pulled some of my potatoes, little round ones like that. I'm gonna boil them up tomorrow and have them with lunch out of my yard, out of my little garden. Uh, okay, I'm gonna answer your question like this, Mr. Chumpy. He says, "How much time do you think we have left before they implement CDBC?" I think you have to add a political element to that question because I believe that right now that we're coming closer to an election time period, the side that one side will want the other side to take responsibility, which means they would want them in power at that time, and that's always a factor. So what you would perceive to be a good time for it to happen would be changed because of political timing and elections and stuff like that. Oh, yeah, I like the Burger King bacon cheeseburger with no pickle. It's fast, easy, and I'll hit it myself, William. Yeah, see, and really, what is 10K? It's if they truly knew what they were giving up, it's nothing, Mr. Chumpy. They'd be like, that's not enough. You're looking to buy my financial life. You're looking to buy me into slavery. I'm only getting a 10K bonus. Read between the lines. Oh, oh, cheeseburger wrapped in a Krispy Kreme donut. Oh my God, that sounds tasty. I think my mouth would melt and taste buds would just like. Talk to you later, Jake. What is it? It's 9:12 there bedtime. Between donuts for the bun. Yeah, you definitely that's a heart attack cheeseburger for sure. Yeah, exactly. I want infinite. No, more. No, not that chummy. I want uh, no spending uh, cutoffs. I can spend it however I want. You can't tell me what to spend it on. Then we're talking. But as long as they're telling me I can't buy, like if CDC comes along and they say you can buy silver and platinum with it, I'm more susceptible to that because the first thing I'll do is use it all on buying platinum. So when they fuck up, I'll have platinum, but I'd have to be able to do that and, other stuff like that, which is what they don't want you to do. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, Gerald. It's a political thing as well as a monetary thing, but you always have to consider the politics because every side wants the other side to look bad or make the bad decisions that'll hurt. So it goes on their legacy. I haven't tried that, Mr. Chumley. Peanut butter on a cheeseburger. And yes, John Bethy, 10K is chump change. Constitutional sector. I'm most interested in that Krispy Kreme donut cheeseburger. That interests me. I'll have to try the peanut butter burger too. Yeah, no, of course not on a daily occasion. It'd be like a once every 10-year thing. William, that shit'll kill you with a heart attack, like they're saying. A Krispy Kreme donut with a beef and cheese, and oh my god, the ambulance would be right there just in case. Grilled peanut butter and banana sandwiches. Now, I've heard of the peanut butter and banana, but not grilled. 100% constitutional stacker. Again, that goes back to the constitutional stacker saying most people don't even have 1K in America. And think about that 10K is chump change, and most people don't even have 1K. What the heck? The psychology. That's why, if you've noticed, I don't know how old you are, but in my lifetime, I've noticed kids going from getting in trouble for staying at home and not going out and playing, and that would be in the 70s and 80s, to and not going outside at all. And that's what the kids do. So there's a psychological thing going on for intentionally dumbing down the kids for more easier control for them to vote for the CDBC, in my opinion. And they don't care if they only have 1K. They have no ambition. They have no drive, no want for better. They're too content. And that's probably with most people. Oh, 2 donuts, one on top, one on bottom, so you don't cut the donut in half. Okay, I see you. I see you now. Yeah, William, the ambulance would have to be right behind me in that case because heart attack is a definite maybe on that one. Constitutional stacker, one thing they say is the system is geared to be insolvent longer than you can remain solvent, or something like that. That means that none of us have enough precious metals, dude. None of us do, unless you have like 20, 30,000 ounces of silver, 1,000 ounces of gold. No, none of us have enough to get through without a crash affecting us if it lasts 3 to 5 years. Does anyone here have really enough precious metals to last them 3 to 5 years with their lifestyle they're going right now? Put 1 in the comments if you do. Hold on, Constitutional. Mail all your shit to me before you drive off the cliff. I promise I'll take good care of your precious metals. Just kidding. Don't drive off the cliff, motherfucker. Yes, extra Mr. Chumley. Yes, I did know that. That's out of left field, but yes, I did know that. That's why I had to read it twice. That's because we were in a different realm talking about stuff. A glass half, Williams says, a glass half full is that there, hold on. A glass half full is that there is a steady refinement of character and progress with heat and pressure of option through patience with self character approaches 22K. I don't understand. Oh, is that okay? Okay, Mr. Chumley, I see what you're saying. Opinion, okay. Hey, you know what? I have two daggone good excuses when I mess up. One, I've smoked too much. Two, I'm a blonde, baby. It works for guys and girls. I'm an equal opportunity dude. Dumb blonde is a what would that be? It's a bi gender. It works for both genders. Hold on now. I've seen that movie Heavy Metal. What scene are you talking about? Oh, the blonde. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll smoke some more in case I get in trouble. I can blame it on this shit stuff. Here's an interesting fact that'll get you no money in life. The word Milton, Milton, is Seminole language, Indian Seminole, Florida Indians Seminole language for the word means hell. So if you want to curse, learn a Native American language curse word because no one knows them. Probably work. You know, a little bit of something that I captured from Hershey Financial while he was on stage, and we were able to talk about around the table at the smoke bar. Was his concept similar to my concept of if you want to become wealthy, build people up with you. So that way there's a group of people that get wealthy because it's easier to bring other people up with you than to be greedy and do it all yourself. I mean, it's more of a longevity wealth. And I thought that was very, very wise perspective of him to take. He didn't explain it quite like that, but all right, Constitutional. You take care, brother. Thank you very much. Yes, it is tea time. I'm starting some tea right now, Gerald. Very observant. You know, as long as you have a pantry, dude, you just keep your pantry stocked. It's that simple. I mean, I grew up that way, man. We grew up poor, bro. You stock shit, you can shit, you made shit at the house, and you grew shit, you know, stuff. Sorry about the language. The only time we didn't really have a problem with food is when we were living with my grandparents in Scotland, because my grandfather was a lighthouse keeper, and all the fishermen, we'd always have, we had a bounty full of fresh seafood from the North Sea for 2 years. It's actually pretty good for the brain. Maybe kids should be eating more fish and seafood as they're younger. Everyone here, make sure to buy some silver and some platinum. Yeah, exactly, original 10. But see, now what you got to consider in your thought process of that 18 months is it only takes 3 months to grow a vegetable. Look at the different yearly things, and then you also look at crop rotation. And like what I do when I grow, I grow over winter time when most things don't grow that are fruit and vegetables, or fruit vegetables mostly, is I'll grow fava bean. It's a bean. It's not really that good. But what happens with the plant pulls nitrogen out of the air and deposits it in its roots in these little white balls called nitrodes. And if you grow it over winter and then chop it down and till it up before you plant something else, you've just added more nitrogen naturally to your soil over winter than you could if you have paid for a chemical to add nitrogen to your soil. And you got a food out of it. So you got to like do the full spectrum of a pantry being grow the vegetables to a lot of subsidizing of that pantry and do it properly. And man, oh my God, my tomatoes, they're freaking off the hook, man. I have so many. I know, John, but people forget that that's an old saying. I live a lot by old sayings. There you go. Dial it up. Living soil. Yes, that's I always take 1 year, 12 months to grow my soil before I plant in an area. Because if you have as William's saying, a living soil or a very vibrant soil filled with all the microbes and bacteria and fungi needed for a healthy soil system, and you know a little bit about different plants, there are symbiotic type plants that work. Hey, what's up, Wealth of Nations? They work very, very well together. And if you grow like 3 plants together that are symbiotic and you have a very good microfungi network in the soil, meaning a good mushroom growing soil, basically, the symbiotic plants hook up to this fungi network in the soil, and they share resources with other symbiotic plants. So if you grow like a tomato plant next to a canis lily and something else, your tomato plant will produce big time. You'll need very little water, absolutely zero chemical, because the 3 plants pull different chemicals out of the air. So, I mean, that's how the fava bean makes nitrogen in its root system. It pulls nitrogen out of the air. And tomato plants pull certain substance out of the air. The canis lily pulls certain substance out of the air. You know, everything pulls certain substances out of the air. So if you have a healthy root and soil system, a fungi network in your soil, and you grow enough plants, I water like a third of the amount I watered 10 years ago. And I use zero chemicals whatsoever. And it's an awesome growing system. I mean, I don't even pay attention to my stuff when I grow it because I know it's going to do well because I got a healthy soil. If you have a healthy soil, you don't need one additive. Everything you buy is an additive. And if you believe nature does a better job than man can, work your soil and see if nature can do a better job, and you'll find out it can. If you have a healthy soil, you have healthy plants. I mean, you guys remember the Dust Bowl? You heard about the Dust Bowl from your parents or something like that? The Dust Bowl that we were going to have in the 70s, I think it was ended because the government checked out different farming techniques and found out that the way they till the soil kills the topsoil, because they were losing 2 inches of topsoil a year. And they checked all around the nation, the Farm Bureau, some did, and they ended up in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, home of the Dutch Amish, my hometown. And they picked up on their farming techniques, because Amish down there add 2 to 4 inches of topsoil every year just by their farming techniques. So the Amish saved America farms, their monoculture farms, just by the farming techniques, and also killed the the locust swarms that we had in the 70s by farming techniques. Because if you till a certain way, you kill the egg of the larvae of the locusts, and it takes like 17 years for the locusts to develop underground. But if you till properly, you disturb that process, and you stop locust swarms too, all in farming techniques. So learning about soil can save a lot of things. Of course, yeah, Three Sisters. Yeah, exactly, John. But adding the microfungi in the ground, and then making sure. And actually, the Three Sisters technique is more of a protecting the plant from predators. Indians used to use corn, peas, and squash. They'd use the corn to grow, the pea to wrap the corn to help the stalk stay up, and the squash around the base of it because it was thorny, and it would keep away the deer. At least from my understanding of where the saying the Three Sisters technique came from, the American Indian folklore. Not exactly Wealth of Nations. Yes, 100% if you monoculture type them. If you pile like 100,000 cows together, oh, I guarantee it. But if you old school farm it, if you have a farm that only has 50 or 100 cows, you're not going to have that problem, because they're not going to produce the waste. And how that hoof and disease is caused is by standing in waste. So if you have like 1,000 cows in a pen, I guarantee you're going to have hoof and mouth disease, because they basically raise them legally, but it's unhealthy, but it's legal, and so they do it. It's like if you research what free range actually means for chickens, it just means there's a hole in the wall. It doesn't mean they have access to it. So they just pop up the price on you, and it doesn't really mean shit if you study what that means, what labeling is, the labeling laws in America. It's kind of sick. It's kind of real sick. Sorry, guys, I have to have my tea. I'm Scottish. Look at this cat, man. He's taking my whole seat up. And that one's taking up half my dresser. Christopher, of course, 100%. What? Where's my little clicker at? %. If you go to small farms have to take care of their livestock. They can't allow them to get hoof and mouth, so they don't let them stand in their own feces. They have to keep them healthy, because they can't afford the antibiotics and stuff. I mean, how do you think we survived before all this crap happened? They've convinced us that we need it. Okay, hear this again. They've convinced us we need it through our laziness and convenience of not wanting to do what it'll take to maintain 10,000 smaller farms over 10 major farms. But the benefit is greater with the 10,000 smaller farms, both economically, job development, health of the animal, health of the environment, ecosystem, and soil. There's lots of great farming techniques out there, but they're all getting squashed by monoculture, because monoculture is for profit. It's not for health and well-being of everybody. It's bottom line profit, and that bottom line comes from Wall Street, people who aren't even farmers, who make the calls. Oh, that sounds healthy to me. When you go to a small farmer, and I've talked with a lot of small farmers, they're like, these guys are fucking nuts, freaking nuts, frelling nuts. They're frelling nuts. It's like shucking, but frelling. Or I'll use frelling instead of F-U-C-K-ing. So I'll use the word frell, so that way I won't offend anyone. Wealth of Nations. Wow. Okay, cool. I love doing this. Wake up, Dixie. I'm going to scare you off. I'm going to attack you. Okay, let's see here. First off, Wealth of Nations. This is the coin that came with the purchase of the going when the Economic Ninja said you get a coin. This is the coin that they give. I was able to get an interview with Ian from Arc Silver, and he gave me a half ounce or a quarter ounce Noah's Ark coin. And then the ninja himself gave me an American Eagle with a cardboard cutout of his face on it, which is funny as shit. And then he gave me that. That's that coin he was talking about that has the 1 BTC right there in it, with this certificate of authenticity and a little scale of the Satoshi and shit. Oh yeah, you guys see the finger? Without the fingernail? I'm not reading between the lines with you guys. I was actually showing that fingernail. And Ron from Ron's Basement sent me this. It's a gold back, 1/1000th of an ounce of gold. Yeah, gold foil, basically. Hey, what's up, JM? Number 21. Sweet. It was a Nevada Goldback. I don't know how exactly they make them. I do know the technology does actually exist, and I did a video on this. They're able to two-dimensionally scrape stuff, which means it's basically about 1 or 2 cells thick that they have the technology now to scrape. So you could take 1,000-ounce bar and get hundreds and hundreds of millions of 1s and 5s worth of gold to be able to put into a bill just off a 1,000-ounce bar. So we have the technology to actually add gold to a bill, but I don't know how they will do a gold back system, if that'll be part of it or not. It's just they do have the technology to do it. So I'm sure it's on the table. Whether or not it's the winner is another story. Oh, the Goldback? Yeah, they're actually expensive from my understanding when I looked at the pricing. Yeah, JM, I knew you'd be here because as I was telling everyone earlier, this is the cool room chat, the cool kids chat. So all the cool kids come here. We've had so many kitty cats. Hold on a second. It's funny. That's all I got to do, break them up. I don't know why they're scared of keys. But it works. It keeps me from running in there and having to fucking throw shit at them. Although I must admit, while I'm asleep, I do keep a couple shoes next to me. So if they get too loud, I'll just take a shoe and throw it in the other room to shut them up. Yeah, and I'll deal with the cleanup consequences in the morning. Neil's cat house, yeah. I do have, and actually that video I did of the 3 that I caught, the mom took them and she broke them out of the jail, the makeshift jail I had made to hold them. But Monday I'm actually getting a real jail for kitty cats that I used to use when I fostered, 6 years ago. I actually gave it up because I didn't want to foster again, but it is a nice one, and there's 1,000 of them that were available for sale. I don't know if they're all sold out or not, Shadow. Yes, the hogs were used for a food source dropped off on islands when we used to use sails. Yeah, the Spanish were known for dropping off pigs and goats to small islands along their route across the Atlantic, and they let them roam free. So that way, when their guys did their ship routes, they'd have a food source on that island for them. It has actually caused a lot of problems on those islands of those same pigs and goats killing off the indigenous species to those islands. I've watched several documentaries on that one. Oh, yeah. Actually, here in America, I think we're having a problem with those boars because they breed like rabbits. There's a place in Texas. I don't know if it's still open. You can, I don't know how much it is an hour, but you can hire a helicopter and do helicopter boar hunting, which I've never heard of until the boar got real evasive in numbers in the Texas area. And of course, Texas always handles things the fun way. So, I wasn't surprised there. So what else do we got going on tonight? Yeah, and if they're too old, they're wormy, William. Hey, Mr. Chompy, thank you very much for stopping by. Buy some silver and some platinum. Be kind, helpful, and grateful. And have a great evening, my friend. Thank you for stopping by. My mom actually ran into a cow when she was younger in Scotland, Wealth of Nations, and you are 100% correct. Yeah, exactly, John Biffy. Yeah, the wild boar is just a feral hog, basically, that developed over time the snout for the environment to help turn over and dig deeper during drought and all this other stuff. It's kind of another video I saw in Texas, and only in Texas would you see this. They had corn rows, and there's 2 of these things cutting down the corn, And then there's one of the choppers was coming back, and they had guys lined up on either side. No, it was to the front when the chopper of the corn was coming down, and then it stopped and moved out of the way, and they made some noise there, and like 50 freaking hogs came out of the last 10 foot by 10 foot section, and these guys just blew them all away. It was like, holy crap. Uh, Recent news out of Africa. Yeah, the news out of Africa is going to be very interesting for the next couple of years. There's a lot of the smaller countries actually grabbing their nutsack right now and telling the colonial countries to get out so they can take advantage of their own resources in their own country. And they're doing some real good development, especially in the Niger and Sierra Leone. Or there's another small country that had a coup in the last year. They're taking the businesses that they were slave labor working for and basically socializing and creating companies for the people, by the people, which basically is socialism, communist like, but the people are going to actually benefit from the resources from their own country. For example, and I did a video on it, the first thing Niger did is the people in Niger were doing basically slave labor and getting paid 80% of a euro per kilo of uranium. And once they kicked France out, they upped that to $200 or 200 euro per kilo, which is like a 235% increase of price. But it wasn't increase for the retail sale. It was an increase for their usage because they were used to working for 235% less or 2,300% less, whatever. So those countries are going to, because of that, the local countries and the local people will develop businesses and new technologies. So therefore, the investments in those countries are going to be great. The only problem with that is right now they are being run by the coup-run government. So I would wait until that coup-run government comes through with a promise and allows legal elections, and then go in all balls bearing to invest in those smaller countries in Africa. Yes, that's what I would say about Africa, William. But as for any recent news, other than France is real pissed because they're losing their free ride, no. I did do a video of why America kept their mouth shut on the whole subject and why you didn't hear anything about America, because we have a pipeline running through Niger and we want that pipeline going. So America actually stayed shut. And you can do research yourself. We didn't really say anything about the coup and that's how the coup is going to be successful, because we trumped France and we want it status quo where we can get our pipeline through Niger. We don't care about France. And that coup government has no problem letting that pipeline go through, so we're not going to be a problem for them. So the coup is probably going to be successful. Geopolitical shit that affects your economic future. From a country far, far away, in a continent, from a galaxy far, far away. I need to go back and watch some Star Wars. I get my references right. There you go, John. Do some nighttime hunting. That sounds like fun, brother. Sight in, put your targets, distance, range out there. Fucking nail them out. Yeah, Nickel does that. JM Nickel does that intentionally. He tries to keep his live streams less than 10 minutes. I believe is what he told me when I had mentioned the same thing to him. Of course, he can obviously correct me. He's here in the chat. Hold on, what was she suspended from? Yeah, I think he's talking about your YouTube chat on your live streams. JM can't comment on. You know I have to. And Nickel, try again. What's up, brother? Glad you were able to make it in. Yeah, John Biffy, the tusks of those hogs will definitely screw you up. No, I have my tea, Christopher. You might hear my outside fan that's out there is making a little bit of a whistling sound. Yeah, and you got to watch out when they try to bite your heel because your Achilles heel, that thing gets torn. Your life will change. That's that. It'll change. It'll never be the same. So yeah, if you have hogs around, I'd open carry if you have hogs around. So have I. Try again. And I've missed most of Ninja. Actually, he only turned out one thing, but I missed it. That's all good. I saw him the other day, so. Holy shit. Huh. I just went to YouTube and I saw my live stream was being advertised. That's funny. All right, well, it has been going for an hour and a half. I do appreciate all you gentlemen and ladies for being here. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. Pressure JM Unleashed to get a dancer's pole in his backyard. I've been pressuring for that for about 2 weeks now without any progress. Yeah, it's going to continue to get hammered. I don't see it going up until probably after the actual crash. I'll see you guys later. You guys have a great evening. God bless America. Buy some silver and some platinum and be kind, helpful, and grateful. 800 tickets were sold. About 500 people showed up. Wealth of Nations. Like I said, there was a lot of other things going on in the city, so like rooms weren't available. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.